Morning everyone. Hi, it's Michele Courage here. I'm sitting in my studio again, and I really wanted to chat to you today about a meditation that I just did, and how wonderful, what a wonderful message, and something for you to think about today. It's a beautiful day after about 3 or 4 days of heavy rain and overcast weather. We've got the sun shining incredibly beautifully, and it's really gorgeous here. Okay, so this meditation that I did was from Rebecca Campbell. I do enjoy Rebecca Campbell and her work. She was at the moment, if you belong to her, I subscribe to her newsletter, and if you belong to her newsletter, she's doing 3 days of deep goddess work, and I always grab an opportunity to tune in and see what the messages were. So this morning I did the first one, which was held, I think, yesterday, and the second one's out already, so I'm a bit behind, but that's okay. And so they're all pre-recorded, and so I can actually watch them in my leisure time when I do have time. And this morning I sat with my cup of tea, and I thought, oh, it's a perfect time to do this beautiful meditation with her. And holy moly, it was wonderful. It was the whole theme is goddess. I think she's launching a new deck or a new book, and a few things like that. But I got told to bring out the Rose Oracle. We may have time for the Divine Feminine. It's all about the goddess energy. And obviously, I always love this new deck of mine, the Divine Feminine Oracle one by Claire Stone. And so, yeah, very prominent this morning, the goddess energies. So what I wanted to say was, when I went into the meditation, she was leading us through a beautiful meditation, and she was chanting and getting in the flow and getting us into the flow. And as I was sitting there, then she turned around and she said, the goddess wants me to know. What does the goddess want me to know? And as I sat there, I got this beautiful vision of the goddess wants me to know that I come from, I'm just reading it, I come from 2 lines of lineage. So what the goddess wanted to show me was, on my mother's side, her lineage, her mother, her grandmother, my mother's grandmother, and so on and so on and so on. And the line was a long line of strong women. And then on the other side was my father's mother, because I wanted to see who came in, who popped in the goddess. Part of the guided meditation was invite the goddesses into your life. And I was expecting goddess energy as in maybe Parvati or Hathor, or one of the goddesses that we work, but it was actually my own lineage that was coming in. And I really want you to think about that today. The lineage that you have come from is within you. And all these women that came before you, your mother, your grandmother. So on my father's side, my father's sister popped in first, and then his mother, and then his stepmom, who had no blood lineage, but she was an influence in his life. And in mine too, I did meet her, and not personally, but I did have chats to her and have some kind of connection. And then all the women associated within that line came into my vision. So it was kind of like a V-shaped form with me in the front and all these women lined up behind me with this force of energy pushing forward. And then obviously my daughter is now the product of this lineage, and Caitlin was in front of me and higher. So it's almost like they were holding me up And I will be holding Caitlin up with the strength of this beautiful line behind me. And they wanted me to know that the 2 lines of lineage and women who are so proud of me, you come from a long line, 2 long lines of exceptional women, and you are holding Caitlin up for a long line, and she is exceptional as well. And I want you to picture this, if you see this video, to see this lineage that you are holding up. This beautiful lineage from earth, you know, the earthly lineage that you are bringing through, not only your galactic lineage, but your lineage on earth of the lifetimes that have been sort of lined up for you to be in this very spot where you are now. And the huge gratitude that I felt and that I want you to feel for these wonderful women who, you know, have paved the way. You know, all the strife and the heartaches and the joyous moments and the births and everything that they've endured and went through and experienced has all been filtered down in your lineage. And it is, whether it's good or bad, it has shaped you, and it's part of who you are, and it's part of your legacy to leave to the next person who is going to take up that lineage. And then the other question is what is the goddess calling you to do? And the words that came to me were, keep on going as you are, step up. You are supported in all that you do. Well done, and keep going to step by step forward in authenticity. We're being called as women to step up and step into our authenticity even more than we ever did before, with this force of beautiful support that we've had in our previous, lineage, the lineage that came before us. And then the next message was, what is the message for humanity from the goddess? And it was really fabulous to hear this message of go forth in joy and fun and nature and laughter. Woman, rise, tap into your lineage and use and honor that energy to step forward and harness that energy to step forward in that lineage. Be so aware of what has come before us. And, it was just a beautiful, beautiful message that I received this morning, and I really wanted to share it with you. Excuse me. I'm just going to shuffle some cards from the Rose Oracle from Rebecca Campbell in honor of the fact that she did this beautiful meditation this morning, and that I received this stunning message and show of the lineage that I come from, and hopefully that you can tap into that energy as well. So let me just see if we can bring out a card for our lineage, and the message from this is the Rose of Venus, alignment, flow, right relationship, and harmony. So yeah, I think we're being called to, it's a beautiful card, beautiful. This Rose Oracle is a very beautifully illustrated deck. The artworks are by Katie Louise, and yeah, when you see that it's a union, and within that vortex is again a rose, but again it's a vortex of energy that pushes forward. It's a spiral. You can see the other spiral over there as well, which is basically that continuum of light energy. I see it as that. I mean, there's even at the top of the card, there's some beautiful spiral energies, which are almost kind of spiraling around in the shape of a skull above the two people. And I really love that. I love that analogy of being in alignment, being in flow, the right relationship, the harmony, understanding that all the the mothers that have come before you, the goddess energy that has come before you, have shaped us. And we're learning and constantly bettering our alignment, our soul alignment on this earth. Let me just see what's on the bottom of the deck. Okay, so the bottom of the deck is rapture, sensuality, love, devotion, romance, ecstasy, and pleasure. And it's really interesting. This card is quite suggestive in its design, and I really honor the woman who gave birth to me and my lineage. Each woman has gone through that process of giving birth, not only to her children, but to a life that is carrying on a legacy. So absolutely beautiful. And then if you have a look at the woman on the top inside there, she's breathing life into there. So knowing that our ancestors and our goddesses that came before us within in our energy have actually breathed life, into us to bring us into a form that can experience life on earth. So yeah, really stunning that. I really love that energy. Those beautiful cards. And also the reminder from this card is rapture, sensuality, love, devotion, romance, ecstasy, pleasure. That is our legacy, what we bring. That's what a woman brings to the table, to a relationship, to the earth. This beautiful sensuality, this beautiful love, the devotion, the romance, the ecstasy, and the pleasure. Without a woman, it is really that woman, and I'm talking about divine feminine energy. Without divine feminine energy, none of these are really possible to be balanced. Masculine energy can bring in that, but the real feminine, divine feminine energy is the one that brings in the sensuality, the love, the devotion, the romance, the ecstasy, the pleasure, the balance of that in perfect form. So yes, I honor my lineage today. I'm going to just take a card out of the Divine Feminine Oracle. It's by Claire Stone. I absolutely love it at the moment. It's got such a beautiful energy with the gold and the beautiful colors. And let's just see what the next message is around our lineage and the Divine Feminine, and how that is shaping up and what we are being called to answer. To shine. How lovely. To shine and have confidence. So how beautiful is that? I mean, look at that huge, big, beautiful, very, very powerful sky or universal, and you can see the beautiful lights there, the angelic energy that is pouring in. And I think, the message from the goddess energy is to shine and have the confidence to step into your power, step into your confidence as a woman, as a divine feminine goddess energy. Harness it. You don't have to be a woman to harness that goddess energy. It's for all to harness that beautiful goddess energy. But I think as women, we are naturally tapped into that beautiful energy. It's slightly easier. And on the bottom of the deck, again, purification, clear your space. So yeah, again, clear your space. Being a woman can cause us to be more empathetic around people in our lives, family, everything, that don't necessarily help us to go forward in our soul alignment. And I think purifying your space and purifying your energy and making sure that you keep working on your vibrational energy is one of the things that really will help us to clear our space. That keeps that energy pure. So very happy with those messages this morning. I think I'm going to stop there I'm just wondering if I've got actually time to, I do have time. Let's see if there's a goddess energy that wants to come out of the divine feminine pack that I have here. It might just bring a different perspective. I'm concentrating on YouTube at the moment, I must be honest. I'm putting snippets of whatever I'm posting on Instagram and Facebook, but I really want to grow my YouTube following. I feel more comfortable there at the moment. So if you are watching this on YouTube, thank you very much. Thank you for subscribing if you love the messages and they are helping and raising your vibration. And yeah, I would love it if you give it a like and a subscribe. My channel, my YouTube channel is just Michele Courage, just like my website, Michele with one L, michellecourage.com. And obviously on the YouTube channel. I've got some really interesting stuff coming up in the future. I've been deep in the last 4 days working on my dragon energy, intro to dragon energy course. That's going to be an online self-led course, which I'm really excited about because these dragons have made such a difference. Just this morning there was an incident with a friend of mine last night, and we chatted about it, and again the dragons are there to support and help. So let me see, let me concentrate on this, the divine feminine. This is the divine feminine oracle deck by Megan Waterson, and the artworks are by Elizabeth Shiva Gesserman. There we go. Okay, Bridget has come in for us today. So the goddess of eternal flame. I am an eternal flame, and each day my light grows brighter. How perfect to end with that card. So what a beautiful, beautiful affirmation and confirmation for us as goddess energy to bring in Bridget. That beautiful goddess energy that Bridget brings in, the goddess of eternal flame. She is eternal, just like our lineage is eternal. It is eternal, and I am an eternal flame, and each day my light grows brighter. How beautiful is that? What a lovely, lovely message today. And as I sit in my studio here in the Galactic studio in Central Hawke's Bay, New Zealand, I'm wishing you all the beautiful goddess energy, the happiness and joy. And I will chat to you soon on another video sometime. Thank you.